Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Scott to Girl podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 3, Episode 8, Many Heads, One Tail. So I'm just going to start off with the plot summary and then just talking about different foreshadowing and Easter egg elements I noticed in this episode. So let's just start off with the plot summary, which says, Malik knows that Ward wants access to one of Baron Strucker's vaults, said to contain the true power of Hydra, which he wishes to use to kill Coulson. So he sends men to kill Ward. Ward defeats them and tortures the vault's location from them. Hunter and Bobby enter the ATCU disguised as FBI agents, investigating a security breach triggered by Gardner's containment unit. Bobby discovers that the ATCU is keeping the Inhumans offside and is trying to make more instead of trying to cure them. Coulson confronts Price, but she was unaware of this because her longtime business partner Malik had been running that side. Ward breaks into the vault and is confronted by an impressed Malik as Fitz and Simmons realize that Daniels was sent through the portal by Hydra as a sacrifice to the entity. Malik explains to Ward that this is an ancient Inhuman hive who was banished through the portal, and Hydra was founded to return it to Earth. If Ward helps Hydra with this, then Malik will help Ward take down S.h.i.e.L.D. So that's the plot summary for this episode. I really enjoy this episode because this is one of the types of episodes I really enjoy about any type of show, which is a lot of lore. You know, like we get a bunch of just background information, a lot of lore on Hydra, the history of Hydra in this one. It's all just Malik telling different stories for the most part, and then Fitz and Simmons kind of making the realization with a bunch of different symbols. But yeah, it's still, I enjoy that kind of stuff. I like just random little bits of information. I like the creativity that goes into it from the writers coming up with these ideas of how to connect it all the way back. And so I like that. I really enjoyed that part to it. We get a little bit of an idea of why, or not why, but what Malik is up to this season. He wants to bring he wants to bring Hive back. So as I was saying, Malik wants to bring Hive back, and Ward wants to work with him because he needs help defeating S.h.i.e.L.D., you know, getting his revenge on S.h.i.E.L.D. because Ward doesn't have really much else to do with himself. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, like I said, for the different lore. Malik explained a bunch about Hydra, describing those different things. There's some other stuff I like about this one. We see Bobby and Hunter getting to team up, go undercover. That I really enjoyed about this episode. I love those two as a team. It's just always fun to see them team up, even in this little bit of a situation. Gemma finally admits to Fitz that she, loves Will, but she also loves Fitz, obviously. And I just love this kind of love triangle they get into. And this is where also Fitz finally kind of says out loud, he's like, we're cursed. We are cursed. Him and Gemma are cursed. They're not, you know what I mean? He says the universe doesn't want them together, which I just always think is just a very funny thing. It's a little, they visit back to that kind of bit a few times throughout the rest of the series, where Fitz is always like, anything bad happens, Fitz is like, this is just the universe not wanting us to be together like normal, but it's fine. We always find each other, which is one of the things I love about those two. So that was a nice little scene. What do we have? Oh, Malik has a piece of the monolith, which I thought was really interesting. It kind of explains where all those holes in the monolith came from, and it was different Hydra guys cut out little pieces and got little stones to themselves. And so yeah, I always forget that little thing pops up, and I'm also forgetting whether it comes up again in the season or not. Be sure to let me know in the comments below, guys, if it does, that being that little block of the monolith. And then like I said, and then Price and Coulson kind of having a confrontation and then putting together that Malik is the one who's behind all this kind of lesser, not so nice stuff with the Inhumans, trying to create more of them, all of that stuff. So they find out about that. It was interesting to see Coulson's confronting her, because he's obviously very torn about this, because he thought he had feelings for her, but then he's like presented with certain evidence. But I like that he also trusts her enough to in the end enough to be like, okay, obviously Malik's the bad guy here. And so yeah, it's really interesting to see where their storyline goes from here. But yeah, that's all I had for this in particular episode. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if there was anything I missed for foreshadowing or anything you liked in particular about this episode. Thanks again for joining me today, and have a good one.